Hello, Orbit fans. I didn't see you there. Of course, I don't see any of you because that would be impossible. We are heading into our last preseason game of the preseason, and we have made, well, we didn't. Mike Ditka's made the cuts to the team and put people on the practice squad. Let's see what all of that looks like. First, they put our kick returner on the practice squad, and then we released Demarius Randall, free safety backup. We signed a halfback, Nathan Contrell, to the practice squad. Maybe his jersey will finally stop being the most popular running back jersey instead of one of our starting running back jerseys. Then we signed Russell Nelson to the practice squad. I don't even remember seeing him get any snaps. Defensive tackle Dontavius Russell, gone. Put Josiah Scott to the practice squad. And we released Sam Ugavoin. I don't remember seeing him much at all. Free safety Freddie Brown to the practice squad. I'm trying to remember who the backup for me is now. Rodney Clemens to the practice squad. Of course, we have more than enough strong safeties. Wide receiver Keyshawn Reese to the practice squad. We released straight up John Kelly. Well, congrats on getting that touchdown before we sent you packing. Hope that gets you a job somewhere else. Like I was telling my guy, why don't we just kneel it at the end of that last game? These guys might get cut. Anyway, defensive tackle Devon Hamilton to the practice squad. Wow. We released Sidney Jones the fourth. We released Sidney Jones the fourth? He was our number 5 and 80, number 5. You get to, there's no salary cap in this league. Oh, lordy. We put Mason Kinsey on the practice squad. Released Raquel Armstead. Damn! So we just rolling with 2 running backs now? And we don't even know if White is injured. He messed up his ankle at the end of the legs. Okay, anyway. Put Tyler Davis on the practice squad. Alright, let's look at what our roster, our depth chart looks like. I'm a little shocked. Tell you what. Okay, it didn't affect our quarterbacks at all. Still the same. Hargett White, who is healthy again. Elijah Mitchell, wherever he came from. Rookie out of Lafayette. I guess we drafted him, and he just wasn't in the rotation. And then last is Carlos Wayne. Fullbacks, obviously, Carlos Wayne. And we got another actual fullback in Pollard, a rookie out of Louisville. And then Josh Oliver if need be. Wide receivers. Chenault, of course, Tommy Simmons, Colin Johnson, Sean McKenzie, Joe Ballantine, and Fred Budiger if need be. Tight ends. Cesar Francisco, the starter, Oliver number 2, and then Ruckert, rookie out of Ohio State. Our offensive line, Taylor looking good at a 74. Well, good for us. Barch, or with the 70, still no left tackle or left guard backing up our. Oh, that was odd. We have. Okay, so we have a left tackle. We do have 2 left. Wait, okay, so we're starting a right tackle, left tackle, and then our number 1 left tackle is a backup at left tackle. Then our left guard, we don't have any other left guard, so we have that left tackle also backing up our left guard, and a tight end backing him up just in case. I'm glad this kid can block somewhat. And what's sad is he's not that worse than what we had last year. Centers, Humphrey, our rookie from somewhere. And then we got, I don't know. Our right guard is Jack Anderson. Then we have tight ends backing up. What are we doing? And then at right tackle, we have Slater starting, rookie out of somewhere. Booth and Barch, though we have Okay, well, wow. I hope we sign some linemen between this preseason game and next week. Anyway, left ends, Fox, then backed up by a right end, Dimuk KJ, and for some reason our defensive tackle is third string. Right end, Chase On, very nice. Dimuk KJ, and then outside linebacker, Adonis Andrews. Defensive tackle, why am I having trouble saying that position? Is Mike Bragg, Costin, and yeah, I thought freaking whoever defensive, yeah, we got rid of one of our big three defensive tackles. Anyway, Barmore is number 3 defensive tackle at 69. Brown 72. Yeah.
When they released the 72.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, big 3. These guys, when Bragg went out, those two, Costa and the other guy, did well. And now we got rid of one for some reason. And we got rid of freaking Sidney Jones for some reason. Brown is 64 fourth, and then Dimuka J is another backup. All over the place. Adonis Andrews starting at left outside linebacker. Then we got 2 right outside linebackers backing them up. Our middle linebackers, Schobert, Surratt, Quarterman, and Gatorade. Yeah, no, it's not Gatorade, but I guess we couldn't have 2 fourths on the team, so we got rid of one for Gatorade here. Yeah, well, definitely these cuts would have looked different if I was a coach, but especially with no salary cap. Anyway, right outside linebackers, Quincy Adam, a left outside linebacker, backed up by 2 right outside linebackers, which is fine. Everything is fine. And wow, here's where it hurts. 80s across the board with the usuals: Lewis, Simmons, and Henderson, and a big ass drop off. Sorry for saying a different name for a donkey or mule, whichever. Is TJ Carter, the 66 overall. Oh wow. Do I have any backup? Okay, Cisco is a backup to me, the rookie out of Syracuse, and we got this Quentin Lake. Man, we must have drafted a crap ton of free safeties. He's out of UCLA. Strong safeties. We still got Moreno, Kreger, and with McKenzie moving to receiver, now Jacoby Stevens, rookie out of LSU. Kicker still the same, I imagine. I guess that's the same punter. Yeah, it would have told us if we would have made a. And our new kick returner is TJ Carter. Maybe he'll do better than the Claybrooks, because Claybrooks wouldn't cutting it to my standards at least. Simmons is still our punt returner. Not sure why he's not kick returning. Third down back, of course. Power back, of course. Slot receivers. Yeah, I guess we should look at that real quick, because I shouldn't be backing up anyone. Just zipping through this real quick, guys, just to see if they put me backing up someone somewhere. Okay, good. And there's our practice squad: Contrell, Nelson, Reese, Kinsey, Davis. Why he's on the practice squad? Because FYI, for those who don't know, another team can pick him up now. Anyway, Scott, don't know why he's on the practice squad. Don't know why Claybrook is on the practice squad. And, okay, I know why these two are on the practice squad. But that's our roster. I looked ahead, and as you may know, last year the Broncos had controversial quarterback Colin Kaepernick, who is no longer on their team. I will get to him in a minute. Let's look at our opponents real quick. Drew Lock is now starting in Denver, backed up by Brock Purdy, the Purdy guy, and Brett Ripien. Mark Rippins, son. Anyway, Marlon Mack and Melvin Gordon, nice 1-2 combo there. At least it's not like the Browns had. Claxton, the 68, Hawkins, the 66. Fullback is Andrew Beck, backed up by Melvin Gordon. That'll be interesting when they make the subbing, whenever they make a subbing. And then their tight end, Albert, is the tight end. Yeah. Wide receivers is Jerry Jeudy, 87. Cortland Sutton at 84. Tim Patrick at 80. KJ Hamler at 76. Rashad Bateman at a 74. And then a big drop off with their tight end playing wide receiver, Albert. Tight end, your starting tight end is Noah Fant. He's good. Albert again. And then Matthew Tucker. I know Matt Tucker. That's not him. Their O-line, 83 starter, then 60 with Winston, and then they got a left guard there. Left tackle is Bowles, I guess, 83. That's another good line. Oh wait, I didn't move it. It's the same guys. Dalton Reisner, another decent left guard, backed up by Mike Glover at 66. I cannot talk. Center, Lloyd Cushenberry, the third, 73 overall, backed up by Calcutta, who is 59, not very good, and then the left guard behind him backing up. Glasgow, 76 overall, backed up by Moody, 74, and then they're backed up by Calcutta. Right tackles, Juwan James, 75, backed up by Lucas and Glasgow. The defense, 76, Jarrell Casey is 76, backed up by, oh my gosh, I'm having so much trouble. I hope I play better in this. Dramont Jones is 76, and then McTelvin Ajim. I wouldn't be surprised if Jones is starting on the other side. Nope, nowhere to be seen. Oh, third, okay. Shelby Harris, 78. Ashawn Robinson, 74. Dramont Jones is 76. They got consistency at the end. Their defensive tackle's not great with Taven Bryan at 73, Robert Cooper 66, Naquan Jones 65, and then ends backing them up. Outside linebacker, Von Miller is still getting it done at age, I don't see his age, but he's old, I think. He's a 91. Backed up by left outside linebacker 79 Grant, and then a right outside linebacker in white. Middle linebackers are Josie Jewell. They got a lot of double J names here. Quan Dickerson 73. Justin Snad 67, and then Grant 64 outside linebacker. And then Bradley Chubb 88. D White 65, and Grant is a 79 left outside linebacker. Cornerbacks, 84, Callahan. Michael Ojimodia is 77. Why? Oroweri, 76. Hill, 73. Kendrick, 70. Free safeties. Justin Simmons, a 91. Very nice. Not for us, though. Darius Washington, 67. And then they got a cornerback, Oroweri. Again, backing them up. Strong safeties is Tyrell Ash. Wow, their strong safeties are some Tyrell Ash. Greg Landry is 65, and him again, because man just wants me to not be able to say a last name. Okay, Greg Zerline still kicking at 77 overall. Punter is Jordan Berry at 75, so probably don't have to worry about fakes. Kick returner, Javion Hawkins, 86. And the punt returner is KJ Hamler, an 85. Very similar to us, I think, overalls. And that's all we need to see. Now, where did Colin Kaepernick go? He went to the Falcons. Now, the question is Matt Ryan still there? If I'm not mistaken, he was league MVP or best quarterback or something. Either way, he should still be the starters in the Falcons. And oh man, I should have got on the quarterbacks when I did this. The suspense continues. Yep, he managed to stay the starting quarterback over Colin Kaepernick But they're both 75, so should be interesting. I think they're both in their 30s, so I don't think either of them are gonna upgrade too much. Anyway, Mikael Cunningham's their backup. I don't know why we're getting into that team, because we're not playing them. We are about to play the Broncos, who we just went over, and Mr. Wayne just sent me his upgrade. He wants utility. Let me double check. Oh boy, Tommy didn't let us know before we start this shindig if it'll... And Carlos also says he's too skinny. Let's get going into this game. What am I doing? Yeah, play the game. My brain is taking a vacation, apparently. Oh yeah, as always, Matt Hedrick's not our coach, Mike Ditkes, and as usual, we hand things off to Brandon Gaughan and Charles Davis when the game starts, which will be now. See you on the other side.
Tonight, from Orlando, Florida, it's Week 4 of the NFL Preseason on EA Sports. It's the Orlando Orbits taking on the Denver Broncos.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Orlando Orbits. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan, and Charles, you look at this Orlando team as they enter play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too.
This will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Draw play to the running back.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he goes out right around the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Michael O.J. Mudia with the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they had to hide their valuables when
They bring their punter out there now. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. On the punt, 2 on the return, and the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The former Missouri Tiger Drew Lock will be at quarterback as he leads out the Denver Broncos.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys with terrific offensive line.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Lock. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. No escape for Lock, and he'll go down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Pushing his way through. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the offensive line. Tell them that they control you.
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Got a man. That's Colin Johnson.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
At the 30-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back on the 35-yard line. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good.
The score remains.
And this will remain a scoreless game. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Melvin Gordon.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Orlando takes back over on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, do we still want to try one if we're not?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 34-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back.
They want some big plays.
play action. Lock. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Block. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Orlando takes back over on offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here first. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Gonna give this time to the tailback. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Able to complete this to Chenault. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Let's hope it's not anything that'll keep him out of the opener. We'll be right back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one a first down pickup of 8.
16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter, so get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot, because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And Denver getting set to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
25-yard line.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He only has a single solo carry, 1 Numero uno, second quarter. They need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only one carry, kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 28-yard line.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for only a couple.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
This one caught by his tight end Oliver. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Taken down and sacked.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and...
They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it. Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Yeah, not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Third and
out of the gun now on third down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are on the takeover at the 34-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Now Gordon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. Now the Broncos heading back out onto the field. And we watch now how effective they've been, how disruptive they've been in the backfield.
And what's been so difficult for the offense is that you know that they spent all week rehearsing these things, working on blitz pickups, protections, knowing where the pressure is likely to come from. They've read the scouting reports. They've watched the tape. But sometimes under pressure, that coordination breaks down, and I think that's what we're seeing here.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he whips that one incomplete there. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
And 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return.
At their own.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown, Denver.
A big play there. 62 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give him a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 42. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Right back to him on 1st down.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
A'Shawn Robinson on the
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Third and 5.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
1st and 10.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
So now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And It's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
10. Broncos 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. K.J. Hamler returning it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Denver's offense ready to go again. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
26.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And just in general, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got Gordon open, completes it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason, as we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. One more half of preseason football to go. And then all eyes will look ahead to 1 week from tonight, the annual NFL kickoff game. And that promises to be a dandy. In our game, the starters are long gone, but still some intrigue to see guys trying to make a late roster push as we get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as he'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Sliding out of the pocket. And now he's going to use his legs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now Gordon on 1st down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
A loss of 4 yards. It's 2nd.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll set up to throw. Forced as he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. And the defense has come up with it. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
34. He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 43-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Pollard. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Good job. It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on third down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely did they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down.
Run for Pollard. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. And Denver getting set to take the field. They got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
To throw now on 1st down. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he gets it down to the 32.
Melvin Gordon, the ball
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Number 26.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Carrier tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
84. 1st and goal.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the 1st down.
out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuegbunam was the target there, but it'll be second and goal. And that throw behind his man, he missed him. Incomplete.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively.
He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip.
Orbit's 10.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Orlando takes back over on offense. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
84, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
21-yard line.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Out comes this field general once more. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football, doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Able to get this to Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
46-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon.
Melvin Gordon on the carry. Brought down right at the
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That's complete. Okuebuna.
the pass.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
He was looking for Albert Okuebuna was the target there.
And it's second down. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And it's caught at the 7-yard line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling lead to no yards gained.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10.
16. Orbit's 10.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
10. At their own 24-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth quarter lead, but whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
6 yards left on second down.
At the 12-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second down.
They'll set up a throw. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Oh, how about this on first and goal? He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Second and 3.
A lot can go.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton there to make the grab. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
The score, Broncos 24. Orbits 10.
Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked.
Greg Zuerlein.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
It'll be a loss of 15 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
4th down.
So they bring out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
The pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
Now a toss right side. It's Gordon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
The pass.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. We'll call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15.
Loss of 5.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. They actually went in reverse. This crowd would go neutral, weren't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Down at the 10-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it first and goal.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
27. Corbin's 10.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think can absorb that contact.
And 10 yards to go.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down.
Fourth down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield.
Johnson intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. 7 yards. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And the lead is now 24. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
His guys take over first and 10. at their own 27-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Fires one incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And that takes us from second to third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
For Josh Oliver.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Number 35.
Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Oh, wow. So, for starters, nothing I could do to take myself out of the game, so glad I didn't get hurt. Coach apparently had a couple starters still playing, and I think we saw how good the guys we cut and put on the practice squad really were compared to what we got now. So, let's hope we don't have to fall back on that. Let's see how everyone did in this shindig. Purdy had a Purdy game, pretty good game. 102.8 rating, 18 for 29, 181 yards and 3 quarters, and a 52% completion rating. Prager, 9 for 9, but only gives him an 88.9 rating. Oh yeah, by the way, Purdy had 2 touchdowns. Budiger, not a good game, 53.3, didn't have the weapons, some of the weapons he had before. Well, actually, yeah, the only difference I think were those running backs we cut. But he had White, who tears it up. Anywho, he had a 53.3 rating, 19 for 42. Yikes. On 56 yards on the day, 45% completion rating, 1 TD, 1 interception. And then Drew Lock had an even worse game, 1 for 6, 8 yards, 16% completion percentage. Probably wishing they still had Kaepernick. Alright. The Denver Broncos. Gordon only had 92 yards on 16 carries. Javian Hawk had 74 yards on 6 carries. Eddie Hargett, 49 yards on 10 carries. Purdy had 44 yards off of 5 carries. Zamir White, 38 yards off of 9 carries. Good day for running backs, on an average. 2 carries for 9 yards for Wayne. And we'll get to more chill averages. 2 for 6 for Claxton. Or 3 yards off of 2 carries for Pollard. 2 yards off of 1 carry for Bateman. 1 yard on 1 yard. Or 1 yard on 1 carry for Mack. And then Boudicca went the wrong way again. Receiving. Well, that's weird. Your leading receivers, Zamir White for the game, and Melvin Gordon, 5 to lead the Broncos. And then Ballantine, Ruckert for the Orlando had 4, and Bateman for Broncos had 4. With 3 are Hargett, Simmons before getting hurt. I guess he's good now. And Akawadjigabun, figures he had to have a bunch of catches. Anyway, Matthew Tucker with 2, Oliver with 2, Claxton with 2, Chenault with 2. And then with 1 is Hamler, Pollard, Mitchell, McKenzie, Sutton, Johnson, and Mack. Blocking. Good grief. That's a lot of sacks. Taylor for us gave up 2. Bowles for them gave up 2. Then Booth for us gave up 2. Then Glover and Calcutta and Winston for Denver gave up 1. And Zamir White, I guess, missed a block. Anderson and Humphrey gave up 1. Defense, our team, because that's all we care about for defense. Tied for solo tackles is Surratt and Bragg. That's kind of bad for Bragg since he played the whole game. Assists, Surratt with 5, tying Matt Simmons. And then total tackles is Surratt, of course, with 11. Look at me, 8 total. Pretty good for... yeah. Anyway, Gatewood, Gostin, Surratt, and myself with a tackle for a loss. I think I actually might have did that one. I think, yeah, I hit that guy in the backfield on the free safety blitz, I believe, unless I'm thinking of the game before this. Anyway, 1 sack for Gatewood. That's all we had. No interceptions. Pass deflections, 2 for Cisco, 1 for Carter, 1 for Surratt, 1 for Matt Simmons, 1 for Grant Kreger. Forced fumbles, 1 forced fumble by Big Mac Bragg. 1 recovery by Demukaje. Mr. Demukaje, if you watch this, let me know if I pronounce your name right, because I'm sure a lot of NFL players will watch this. Anyway, kickers. 1 for 3 for Curry Vedvik. Not the best outing right before games start to count. His longest was 27. The ones he missed were... well, at least they were over 50 yards, so I'll give him credit for that. Punting. We probably had a lot of punts. Oh, just 5. But none were coffin cornered. So where was he kicking it from? Anyway, kick returns. There we go. Alright. I like Mitchell's job there. I'm not sure, though he's our starting kick returner, because I'm pretty sure it's Carter who didn't get any kick returns. Punt return, Simmons with 3 for 11 yards. Carter 1 for 2 yards. And that is it for our last preseason game before we get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, join us next time as we start our quest for Super Bowl in Season 2 of this Orbit franchise series. Join us next time. Until then, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, follow, and, read a book or something, you nerds. Stay strong!